So today we will start with module number 5, that is the last module. Okay, so I think so already sir has completed the module 3. Samarth मुगशिरो कंप्लीट केलेत काय? बरं, काल फक्त दोन कॉन्सेप्ट होते मॉडेल नंबर 4 मधले कार्बोरेटर टाईप मधलं. ते कॅटर कार्बोरेटर आणि सोलेस कार्बोरेटर्स तेवढेच दोनच घेतलं होतं मी काल. ते दोन टाइप्स होते तेवढेच कार्बोरेटर तर शेवटचे होते ते. सो आय हॅव कम्प्लीटेड द मॉडेल नंबर 4 ओवर हियर. ओके, नाव विल गो विथ द मॉडेल नंबर 5 टुडे. Let us see what is the concepts and some of the introduction today we'll do. In the next week we'll start the model number 5. The half portion of that model number 5 will be taken by Ala Reddy sir and half with me. Okay, okay, this is not Google Drive. Emission system. Okay, can you see the screen? Okay, so this is what the syllabus is there for your model number 5, that is the automation emission control system. Okay, so this is what the topic name is there, model name is there. In this what you are going to discuss, so see this is a simple easy topic. It is all the theoretical parts are there, not any kinds of diagrams, and the problem one or two diagrams are there, that also you will see. Okay, so different air pollution is there. Okay, different types of air pollutions, how does it occurs, formation of photochemicals are there. Okay, smokes and causes. Okay, that you are going to study. Auto Automotive emission is there, automotive emission control system is there. Okay, that you are going to study in this module. Then next one is an controlling crankcase emission. That one also is that is one of the concept of this module, controlling the evaporative emissions. Then next is the cleaning the exhaust gas. So whatever the exhaust gas is coming out from the automotive, that's by the car or the engine which release the exhaust gas, that has to be cleaned and transferred to the open atmosphere. That also you are going to study. In the emission control evaporating emission, the vapor necessary systems and carburetor engines are there. Some of the different the types are there. Okay, by which you can control the evaporation emission system in the atmosphere. Then next is the controlling the air fuel mixture. Okay, controlling the air fuel mixture, that is also you are going to study in this module. And next is the controlling the combustion processes, that you are going to study. Then next is the exhaust gas recirculation. Okay, that you are going to study over here. Then next is the testing threatening of the exhaust gas. So due to the exhaust gas, what is happening, the threat, that also you are going to study in this one. Then air injection system is there, air aspiration system is there, and catalytic converters. So these are some of the concepts that you are going to study in the module number 5. And there is a standard emission chart is there. Okay, as per the norms, Indian standard norms, Bharat stage and the Euro staged by the Motor Vehicle Acts, which is done by the Indian government. Okay, so this also, these are the things which are going to discuss in module number 5. So let us start from the top. Okay, I will discuss with the already sir regarding the topic. Whatever the topic we have discussed, the remaining topic sir will taken. So both will cover in the next week. We'll complete this model number 5, so that in the next week we are trying to complete your 100% syllabus. Okay, so see, this is what the introduction is there for the auto emission control system. So I will share this some notes are there which I will share to you. So in this, see, the closed crank ventilation is there. So how the ventilation is to be done for the cranks that you are going to study. The positive crankcase ventilation systems are there, that is an PCV, that is an positive crankcase ventilation and fixed orifice system ventilations. Okay, so this all things we are going to discuss in this classes. Okay, then fixed orifice tube positive crank ventilation, okay, systems, how they are being used and how the gases are being ventilated, how they expose the hot gases to the atmosphere, and how to maintain the temperatures. Okay, so there are some of the varieties of things are there that you are going to study. Okay, controlling the evaporative emissions. So the fuel is being evaporative control system capture the gasoline vapors from the fuel tank and the carburetors float blow and prevents them from escaping into the atmosphere. So whatever the gases which are released by the fuel, okay, that petrol vaporization, that has to be purified before escaping into the atmosphere or releasing into the atmosphere. This system is called as a various name such as evaporation systems. Okay, that also we are going to study. The vapor recovery system is there in the carbureted engines. Okay, that's are called VRS engines are there. Okay, that also we are going to study in this one. Then next, this is a systematic diagram how the vapor recovery system works. Okay, so there is an engine manifold is there, purifier control wall is there, then the carbon or the charcoal contents are there. Next is an carburetor. From the carburetor it goes to the vapor liquid separator, then it goes to the feed tank. Okay, so like this way there are some of the systematic and the block diagrams or the arrangements are done in the engines parts, okay, or nearby the engines by connecting the carburetors, avoiding the emission system or to controlling the evaporation emission system as well as the evaporations of the hot gases. Okay, so the evaporation control system ECS foreign fuel injected engines, that also we are going to study over here. So there is a systematic diagram have been shown, ECS foreign engines with an throttle body injection systems, that also we are going to study in this module. Now next we will go with the cleaning the exhaust gases. So whatever the exhaust gas which are been released from the engine which has very hazardous and toxic one, toxic means what, very dirty smells are coming, and hazardous to the health means what, maximum carbon dioxide that are been releasing, okay, hydrogens and the carbon dioxide which is not what you can say healthy for the human beings. Okay, and it also destroys the ozone layer of the earth also. Okay, for that reason it has to be purified and the filterized within the vehicles before it's coming out. For that reason some of the control methods systems are there for controlling the exhaust gases, okay, in an very large quantity, and some purifications methods are being used to for purifying this gases so that it can enter slightly, not 100% they have been pure, but slightly in about 40 to 60% it has been purified, and it the remaining gases are been released into the atmosphere. Okay, that also we are going to study. Okay, controlling gasoline qualities. Okay, so whatever the gas which are been released out after the burning from the engine, that has been controlled, and that quality has to be reduced. Okay, dyes, detonants to clean the carburetors and the fuel. So these are the some characteristics and the methods are being used for making that one. Okay, now next we will see the controlling the air fuel mixture. Controlling the air fuel mixture is nothing but the modification of the fuel system or the carburetor to deliver a leaner air fuel mixture. Leaner means what, a clean air fuel mixture to the engine, so that the maximum amount of the fuel can be burned. If the maximum fuel is being burned, so the releasing of the sorry, so the releasing of the gases are been what you can say, the less percentage will occurs by the hazardous gas like carbon dioxide and everything. Okay. Now next is an avoids an Jimmy faster warm up and quick choke actions. Okay, that is a controlling system. So these are the functionals of the carburetors that we are going to study over here. Now next, there is a thermostatic air cleaner is there, which has been used for cleaning the air which has been passed through the engines. That also we are going to study. A faster engine warms quicker choke opening decrease the exhaust emission during the warm up. Okay, so that means what, if the air fuel mixture is in fastest way, okay, the choke is been sorry, the choke has been opening in a fastest way, so that what happens, the engine burns with a maximum engine burns complete 100% fuels and the with the fresh air, so that the exhaust gases which are going out will be reduced over there, because the rapid movement of the piston has been occurring within the cylinder due to the opening of the choke and the engine walls. Okay, now the controlling the combustion process. Okay, that we are going to study how to control the combustion process and what are the factors that affecting the combustion process. So there are so many factors are there and the methods are there that we are going to study in this module. Okay, how to control the combustion system. Now next is an exhaust gas recirculation. So how does the exhaust gas are been recirculated and it has been reused? So far you have studied, I will tell you the simple example how this has been done. Okay, so far you have studied the turbocharger, how the turbocharger works. The turbocharger works on the basis of exhaust gas. Okay, the turbo charger or the turbine in the turbocharger rotates with the help of the exhaust gas. That exhaust gas which is released by the engine is passed to the turbine, which what you can say, which makes the turbine blades to rotate. With the help of the turbine blades, a compressor is connected to the same shaft. The compressor is also rotated by the means of the turbine, and that exhaust gas is been refiltered and used once again to pass into the engine. So this is how the exhaust gas recirculation. So much more in details we'll study within this concept. Okay, now this is a systematic diagram ECR, EGR and air injection system. EGR is nothing but a exhaust gas recirculation diagram. It is EGR system is there. Okay, so that is the diagram they have shown. That we will see how, within this diagram, how it has been going to work and what other methods are used for recirculating the exhaust gases. Now next is an air injection system you have seen over here. So in this air injection system, okay, there is a diagram I have shown how the air is been injected and what the ECM is been used. Air pumps are been used, check valves are been used. Okay, and the closed loop fuel control system is been used over here. Exhaust main manifold is there. So how does it works and how the air is been passed, that everything we are going to study in this air fuel injector system. Okay, in this model number 5. Now you can see over here air aspiration valves are there. Air aspiration, some engines use the air aspiration valves in the place of air pump. Okay, so the air is being naturally sucked within the engine. Okay, and it has been supplied to the engine. Okay, so this is how the air aspiration system is there. Okay, is been used. The opening and the closing of the exhaust valve cause the variation in the exhaust manifold pressure. When this exhaust pressure is been beyond the atmospheric, the fresh air admitted through the air aspirator value to the nozzle in the exhaust manifold. Okay, so this is what the simple working of an air aspiration system, that is also we are going to study over here. Now this is a catalytic converter. Catalytic converter is a nothing but the catalytic converter consists of an material called an catalyst, consists of a material called an catalyst which causes the chemical change without entering in the chemical reaction. Okay, it makes the two chemical to react with each other and hence reduce the amount of hydrogen carboxide and nitrogen oxide in the exhaust gas. So this is one type of the uh, converter which reacts and reduce the chemicals in the hazardous gases which are coming out after the combustion system. All the exhaust gases must pass through the catalytic converter which is located near the exhaust system. Okay, so where the exhaust pipe is, the silencer pipe is been given for the engine. Okay, over there these types of catalytic converters have been used. So in detail we'll study how does the catalytic converter works and how does the chemical reactions have been changes of this one, that also you are going to study. Now emission standards are there. So see, each and every government, okay, of each and every countries having an automobile acts, that is called automobile acts, that is a special act for the, this is an automobile acts that is called as an vehicle acts. Okay, vehicle acts, you have heard about the fine is being given for the triple seat. If triple seat is not allowed, if you go of the triple seat, this will be there. If you do then any kind of accident, okay, so the severeness about the accident according to the challenging in the court you have done. So according to the court decision, by seeing the evidence and everything by the police charge sheets, so the as per the vehicle acts, whatever the punishment or the what you can say the penalty is to be given, that has to be paid. Okay, so like this way each and every incidents related to the vehicles, either it may be the transportable vehicles, that is commercial vehicles, or passenger vehicles, goods vehicles, or two wheelers, okay, or the four wheelers, heavy duty, light duty. So each and every vehicles have their own uh, what you can say the vehicle acts are there, and the different taxes are been taken as per that one. Okay, like this way there is an emission standard has been maintained by this automobile sector, that is an uh, where the vehicles are moving. Okay, the emission standards are being done. So everybody, you have seen, you are doing the emissions test of your bikes and the motorcycle sorry cars. Okay, so the PCU or pollution control, this one certificates are given. Okay, so in the silencer they are putting on sensor by which during the online it will sense and show how much percent of the emission is being released by your bike. Okay, so or the car. So this is what the emission standard is been given by the each governments, can by the state governments and the central government, so that they can control the air pollution particularly. Okay, by controlling the emissions of the vehicles. Okay, if the emission is beyond the standard limits of the government, so there will be a strict fine will be given. So each and every detail of the emission standard we are going to study in this topic. Now you can see there is a reference chart has been given. So standard Indian standard 2000, a reference to an euro. Okay, I will tell you what is an euro and everything. Date they have given 2000, region for the nationwide. So this, so whatever the acts have been displayed, so next in the front there will be the act will be there, that will be regional. And then the per stage to euro 2 2002, Delhi, Mumbai, Kolkata, China. Then next 2003 and 2004, Delhi, Mumbai, Kolkata, Chennai, Bangalore, Hyderabad, Ahmedabad, Pune, Surat, Kanpur, and Agra. So these are the some of the acts. Okay, as per that acts, the emission conditions are being maintained. That also we are going to study over here. So this is also some of the emission standard for the light duty diesel vehicles, emission standard for the light duty diesel engine. This is the emission standard for gasoline vehicle. Okay, the gasoline vehicle means what? CNG, LPG based the vehicles are there. For that the emission system is being given. Now the emission standard you can see over here, three vehicles for the gasoline vehicles also, three wheel gasoline vehicles. So three wheels gasoline vehicles means what? Auto rickshaws which are being used in the three wheels, which also runs on the LPG and VPG. Okay, so these types of auto rickshaws are been also having the emission standards. Okay, so these are some of the things in the module number 5 that we are going to discuss. Okay, some questions are there. So uh, from the next class I will start with this one. So after completing that, so already sir will be taking some another concept, by remaining concept will be taken by the already sir. So his 3 class and my 2 class, within 5 class your fifth module will be completed, don't worry. So in the, I think so in the next week or next week Tuesday is the first module quiz is there, test is there conducted by already sir. So I will conduct on Thursday, okay, the second module quiz test. Okay, be ready with that one. As soon as it completed I will send one a message regarding to for the second modules. The videos and the notes are being shared in the your WhatsApp group, that is the automobile WhatsApp group. So those who are having the videos regarding the brakes, okay, half module I have completed in the college only. Okay, so the remaining half module was there regarding the brakes on system. Before the lockdown half module is completed, then afterwards the braking system, a small videos I have prepared in the WhatsApp group. Okay, that I have sent already before starting the Zoom class of the second module. Okay, so I will conduct the second module. Please collect the small videos from your friends, those who have joined late in the automobile group. Okay, the new subject related group, not in the main group. Okay, so be sincere with your quiz. Okay, it is very important to attend your quiz, because the God knows if there is a chance to take the IAS or not. But if there is no possibilities for the taking IA, your quiz marks will be considered as an IA marks. Okay, so please attend all the subject quiz and do well. Okay, if there is possibilities of an IS, so the IA may be conducted. If there is no possibility for conducting IA, this quiz marks will be considered as an IA marks. Okay, so please go through this one. Second module, be study, be thorough. Okay, so according to this situation, the either may you can join the college or you can attend the classes. If there is no possibilities of joining the classes or this one, there may be the possibility you can directly attend the exam. Okay, so don't waste your time by sitting at home and roaming here and there. Please don't roam, be safe, stay in your home. Okay, don't do the time pass on your mobile chatting and everything. Just utilize this time for your study purpose, score the marks properly. Okay, as you score the proper, so your aggregate will be automatically increased, because the 7th and 8th semester obviously there are so many chances are there for improving your aggregate or your average marks. Okay, if you slightly just cope up with your 6th semester, so the overall average of your engineering will be very good. Okay, 5th, 6th, 7th and 8th, this 4 semester aggregate has been considered, sorry, 3 4 5 6 7. Okay, from the third sem, for the third sem it has been taken. If this remaining 3 sems, if you score more than first class, okay, then total overall average you can have the 60% above. Okay, at least first class. Okay, please cope up with your 6th semester subject, do thorough with the 6th semester subject, and increase your results. Okay, because this is a very good time to study, go through zone. And one more important thing regarding the automotive engineering. So so see, 1 2 3 4 5 6, Sai Kulkarni, Samarth, Ashwin Patel, Ashraf, Anup and Adaf. So this much only out of 60. Okay, out of 59, only 7 to 8 students have attended the class. So see how careless you are, careless are the students, and ignoring this subject as a theory subject. So you have already attended or 2 or 3 subject, MCW, metal casting and forming. Okay, MCF. Okay, you have attended in the third semester, fourth semester, in the fifth semester theory subject. Have have you all experience regarding the theory subject? These are the scoring subject. Have you scored in the scoring subject? Just see your result. Okay, neglecting that it is a scoring subject or the theory subject or it is an easy subject, but whatever the advantage the student should take from this subject, they are not getting that advantage because they are ignoring this subject because it is an easy subject, theory subject comparing to other subject HMT. Okay, designed to according as per this subject it is very easy subject. Okay, there is no need to put the effort, but okay, there is no need to put the effort because you at least the HMTs and the design you are putting on 100%. If you put over here at least on 60% effort, so then only that subject will be scored. Otherwise, how can you score in the scoring subject? Okay, the name itself is a scoring subject, but no students score in this subject because just they can pass. So you can pass in HMT and design also just by the 35 marks. So what is the good thing, what is the difference between that subject and this subject? At least you have to gain 60 to 70 marks in this subject, so then the 35 marks which you have taken in the HMT and the design, just simple. I agree with that. These are the tough subject. But if you are passing with the minimum marks within that subject, okay, if you score in the in such types of subject, then only the overall average will be make up now of your marks. If you are not scoring in this subject, how can you score? So one more thing, keep in your mind, in this automotive automobile engineering, has you practice the diagram, okay, then only you can complete the 100 marks question paper. You can reach the 100 marks question paper. Otherwise, it is highly impossible to cover the 100 marks paper. Just keep in your mind, you can write anywhere over there. Then after writing, you can tell me when the result will come. I will challenge you that you cannot reach the 100% question paper unless and until you have thorough with your diagram. If you are thorough with the diagram, so automatically you can understand the operations and the working of that particular concept. If you are not thorough with the diagram, you cannot understand the working principles and the operations of this in the automotive. Okay, so be practice with your diagram. So see, first of all, understand the diagram. How to study this subject I will tell you, okay, in the easy way, in the faster way also, easy and faster way. First study the diagram. Once you read the operation, what is the operation, how it is, just read it. Then observe the diagram and compare the operations with that diagram. Okay, how does it works? Piston rod, with how the piston is going to at the top, when this it goes to the top, just imagine that one. So how the connecting rod is moving, how that crankshaft is moving. Okay, once the piston come down, if this wall is open, so what happens to this wall? So these are the some of the imaginations you have to do in a 2D diagram. You have to convert that into a 3D diagram in the imaginations. Okay, unless and until you convert the 2D into 3D diagram into the imaginations, so you cannot understand the concept or you cannot write. Once you understand the diagram, so there is no need to, okay, to what you can say, memorized. Don't need to memorize the operation. You have to write the operation by seeing the diagrams. Okay, so this is how the simple way is there. When I was a student like you, I has to do the same thing. I never memorized the theory part, only I have to see the diagram. According to the diagram construction, I have to write 6 to 7 parts. Okay, whatever the construction there, the working of that construction, then in the simple 10 to 12 lines the operations. Okay, then the 2 lines advantage and 3 lines disadvantage, finish. If you write in a systematic manner, in the point wise manner, the evaluator doesn't go and read the everything. Okay, just he will see that he has written the systematic, means it, he can understand that he is having the knowledge regarding that particular concept, then only he can write it systematically. Directly he will give the marks, it doesn't go to read. This is my personal experience I am sharing with you. Okay, but the diagram should be systematic, the diagram should be neat and clean, and each and every parts of the diagram should be highlighted properly. The label of the diagram should be very good. Okay, with this diagram only the evaluator who is going to check your paper can understand how much depth he has having the knowledge regarding that concept. Okay, so this is a very important thing. Otherwise you are not thorough with the diagram. Practice 2 3 4 times the diagram continuously. You have to practice. Okay, if whatever the explanation will ask, the need with the sketch with the name itself, your hand should move for drawing the diagram. Within few minutes you have to complete the diagram. Okay, then after completing diagram you have to explain that diagram properly. So without unless and practice of that diagram you cannot, it is highly impossible to cover the 100 marks paper within 3 hours. So over here you are covering up to the 60-70 marks question paper. Okay, in that 60-70 marks the deduction of the marks will happen directly. You are going to come getting the marks 25 to 30. 50% deduction, 100% in the theory subject. Out there is highly impossible you can get in this one. For that's why I'm requesting that reach the 100 marks question paper, at least he give the 50% you can reach for the 50 marks, near about to the 60%, that is in first class. At least 50% you can get over there. Slightly if you are having the 2 or 3 diagrams thorough, good appearance, everything is there, 10 marks will be increased over the nearly 60 to 70. If you are not reaching up to the 60 marks, so you will be where you will be, you if you are given the 60 marks, only the 30-40 marks will be given, in there will be deduction. So there are so many possibilities, chances are there not to even just pass, fail possibilities are more if you reach for the 60-40 marks. The same thing is done by the third semester students. So there are 3 or 4 students which are failed in the MCW subject. So I can't imagine that it is a which so much simple subject it was. In that subject they have failed. Sorry, MCF subject. Okay, when they were in the third semester, now they are in the fourth semester. MCFW complete theory subject was there. Not much more diagram was also there. Okay, even though I failed because ignoring has the subject by telling that it is a theory subject. Okay students, so I will wind up over here. In the next class we will start with the model number 5. Okay, in depth. Okay, thanks for joining. You anybody having any doubt or